Look at that sleepy kitty. He was running around the house today like a lunatic, and now he just wants to be cute and sleepy. Little does he know that in less than a week, he's going to have a little brother. I don't know if he or I are truly ready, but I think it'll be good for him. As long as he isn't like he is with his sister Zia, who they still don't get along. Cats are silly. So how's everybody doing? I figured it was time for a chit-chat video, even if I am still lisping like crazy because I was very stupid last week. And I paid the price for it. Last week, last Friday, I put my bottom dentures in, even though I had sore spots, and figured I would just tough it out because I didn't want to be lisping my way through my live stream last Friday, and I was deeply regretting it because by the end of the live my whole face was just hurting because I had let the Tylenol wear off, which was the only reason I was able to like make it through the day anyway, was Tylenol. So long story short, if you've noticed on any of my videos throughout this entire week, I've been lisping because I have just left the bottom denture out. It's not worth it until everything heals. I'm not putting them back in. And then to make everything just so much more fun, this was one heck of a week. It wasn't terrible, but it also wasn't good. We had, what day was that? Saturday or Sunday? I don't know. It started snowing a little bit Friday, and then it just continued and continued and continued. And by the time it was all said and done, by Monday, no, Tuesday, when I finally said, all right, the sun is out and it's almost warm again, so I had to go out. We got, I think, about 5.5, maybe 6 inches of snow. And I didn't realize because I was pouting the entire time it was snowing, like a toddler. Honestly, like a little toddler. But by the time I am done with winter, I am just done with winter. So I wasn't really looking out except to take out food for the birds and stuff. And I had shoved the snow off the deck, but I had also said, that's it. I'm on strike. I am not shoveling anything else until next winter. And so I hadn't really realized how much snow we got. And I went out because I was like, we probably only got like 2 or 3 inches because it didn't seem like that much out on the porch. And I said, you know what? I don't care, not shoveling. We're just gonna drive through the snow. I've got all season tires on the car. They should be fine. Everything will be great. Went out and realized that the snow was about that deep. But I was holding to my principles. I did have to break them a little bit because I looked down, and all the way down at the end of the driveway, I could see that the snowplow had been by. So there was this very hard mountain down there. So we did have to shovel that, but I did make it all the way out without shoveling, but that was more than I wanted. But then we had yesterday and today, we had a decent day, both days. It was above freezing and we had sun. It was beautiful. I get so excited to see the sun, especially this time of year. And so a lot of the snow that we got, not all of it, unfortunately, but a lot of it melted. And then I looked at the weather forecast. And then I looked at, I don't often open Facebook, but I opened Facebook because the local news channel up here is on Facebook, and sometimes that's a good way to get the local forecast. And then I watched Ryan Hall, y'all, and I'm sad now. Knocking on wood, fingers are massively crossed, but we're supposed to have a terrible weekend again, and it's kind of got me panicked because I think Monday, Monday or Tuesday is when my son and my son-in-law are supposed to be driving up. And I'm really hoping that they're not driving through slop. And I'm also hoping that I will have a warm house with electricity to welcome them because they're calling for an ice storm this weekend. I don't like ice. I mean, this time of year, I hate snow, but I really don't like ice. So let's just have all the good weather, Juju, because it's not just me that's under the gun. I mean, I pout most about what I'm getting hit with, but it looks like pretty much everywhere in America is supposed to be getting hit with something this weekend, and that just sounds nasty. I was talking to a friend of mine who is down in South Texas, and they were telling me that they kind of got stranded by floodwaters today. That's insane. So, the weather. It's no wonder that humans are always talking about the weather, and Parky is attacking my bed. And now he's stopped. I was like, I'll flip the camera, but no, now he's stopped. I showed him to you because he was laying down and being so sleepy, and now he's just being silly. Oh, now he's just grooming himself. What a goofball. Parky, what you doing? He's like, I'm making a mess. Also, you can see my terribly unmade bed. Oh well. Anyway, that was my week. I mean, I'm glad that I got out. It was good. I was able to get water and a couple little things that I needed. Especially, I needed potatoes because I'm still mostly living on it. Although I've discovered one good thing about being, what am I now, 6 or 7 months out from having everything pulled and getting the dentures. With your gums healed and putting in your top teeth, you'd be surprised at how many foods you can actually manage. Not everything, but I ate a hamburger today. I made hamburgers and I was like, I'm going to eat this somehow. And I was able to do it. So, I still kind of default to potatoes and soup, but it's not a desperate thing that I have to eat. I'm discovering more and more things that are at least kind of able to be eaten. Also, I'm going to take you guys on a little field trip. We might go see if there are raccoons, but I got to show off my Brussels sprouts. I think they look pretty good. They're still a little bit floppy, so they get a lot of fan therapy. I'm hoping that if I put the fan on them for a while each day, maybe it'll strengthen up their stems. I don't know. I read it online. I'm hoping it works, but let's go take a look at them. I mean, do they look like a professional grew them? Not even close. Am I hoping that they'll make it and be able to be transplanted? Heck yeah. Do I have more stuff upstairs that is starting and getting fan therapy from the start? Another yeah. Am I hoping that it won't be snowy and I'm able to transplant them? Again, yeah. I mean, I've got high hopes. Let's see if we have any raccoons. I am being watched. It's so funny. I'll put the food out and then I can just see little faces start to peer around. They're like, we want the food. Why are you still out here on the porch? They're so cute. I'm always hopeful that Tripod will come by when I've got the camera. I've seen her twice now. So, good news for all the Tripod fans. She is still here. and seems to be fat and sassy and very happy. Hi, baby. It's always so funny in the beginning of spring when they aren't quite sure that they remember you. Even when I'm complaining, and I know I do it a lot, but even when I'm complaining about the weather and everything else, coming out here and sitting down and watching the birds or watching the raccoons or talking with the swans makes me realize that I might complain, but you're not going to get me to move, even with dynamite. So that's good. Anyway, everybody cross your fingers. Send good weather juju to me and to everybody else who's under the gun this weekend. Thank you for listening to me complain, and I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, raccoons.